Welcome to Qatar Open Innovation webinar. This webinar is in partnership with Qatar Airways. I'm happy to be your host today. My name is Abdul Haq Balaidi, and I am QRDI Program Manager. I would like just to make sure that you are hearing me. Please respond in the Q&A using the Q&A button by yes, we hear you, or something. Anything that gives the impression that you are hearing me. My guests and panelists today from Qatar Airways are Engineer Nasser Ahmed Al-Ahmadani, Operation Manager at Qatar Airways, Engineer Isam Hussein Al-Saffar, Continuous Improvement Engineer, Ms. Al-Anud Abdul Wahab Al-Musleh, Digital Strategy Transformation MRO, and also Ms. Yara Zaid Al-Ashkhas, System Controller Innovation and Innovation Lead. Regarding the agenda today, I will be first giving an introduction about QRDI and Qatar Open Innovation Program. Then I will hand over to the Qatar Airways team to talk about their challenge and their technology need for the smart aircraft inspection. Then I will take over to show you how to submit a proposal, and then we will end this webinar by a Q&A session. Let me now give you a brief overview or brief summary about Qatar Open Innovation and QRDI, which stands for Qatar Research Development and Innovation Council. So Qatar Research Development and Innovation Council was established in 2018 to drive the country agenda in research development and innovation on national level, in line with the Qatar National Vision 2030. Last year, in the frame of NDS3, Qatar Research Development and Innovation Council was assigned to be the lead of the innovation sector for the country. So many programs were planned in the frame of funding programs under QRDI. One of them is Qatar Open Innovation. Qatar Open Innovation aims at connecting large local enterprises or opportunity owners, we call them, which are large local enterprises and government agencies with local and global innovators. So the idea is that we reach out to opportunity owners who are the large local enterprises in Qatar and government agencies. We seek or we scout for their need for technologies. Then we frame this need in the form of call for proposal, as the one that you have seen for Qatar Airways, and we publish it through our on our portal, as well as through our innovation partners. Then we reach to you innovators all over the world, and we seek your solutions to these challenges or opportunities. So if you are selected, then we will evaluate the proposal, and we select one company to be awarded. And the awarded project is a POC pilot that you will be working for 6 months or 1 year with the opportunity owner to convince the opportunity owner that your solution is the right one. What are the benefits of the opening, or what offers what Qatar Open Innovation offers to the solution provider? It offers first, again, access to funding to pilot a project, as I mentioned, and the funding is sealed to $100,000 US. It provide you also a potential commercial agreement with large local enterprise and government agencies. So if you work for 1 year with this project, this might lead to a commercial agreement with the opportunity owner. During this pilot project, we will introduce you or facilitate your company registration if you want to register here inside Qatar later. During the pilot itself, you do not need to register in Qatar. We will also introduce you to local incubator and accelerators here in Qatar. And last and not least, you will gain access to Qatari market and GCC markets. How you do that? We will see that you will be collaborating with well-known companies like Qatar Airways, like Ooredoo, like Milaha, but also regional companies and local companies. Here I show you the opportunity owners that we worked with them since the launching of this program in 2022. This is its 4th year. And you can see that we worked with many large local enterprises that are well known internationally, as I mentioned, as well as government entities, ministries, and government entities. In total, we worked for the time being with the 23 opportunity owners. Now I go and show the statistics of this program since its inception. We published so far 77 calls, and you can find them on our portal. At the end of this presentation, I will show you the QR code of the portal where you see all the published calls. 76 of them are closed, and we awarded so far 47 projects, and still a dozen of them are under evaluation. So the one that were awarded in 2022, 2023, 17 of them have been completed. This is as far as the Open Innovation program is concerned. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A function to ask your questions, and we will address them at the end of this webinar. I hand over now to Qatar Airways team to talk about their call. Engineer Nasser, please. Floor is yours.
Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me? Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we hear you well, yes.
All right. So, hi, my name is Nasser Al-Ahmadani. I'm the operations manager here in Qatar Airways MRO. Just a quick brief overview about who we are as Qatar Airways MRO. We're split up into 8 main areas, and we look over the line and light maintenance of the technical department here in Qatar Airways, as well as the base maintenance, where we do the in-depth major checks on the aircrafts. And then we have a dedicated team that focus on the cabin side and how to keep that standard to that 5-star standard. Engine facilities is really where we focus on the engines, we overhaul them, we repair them, we fully dismantle them and put them back together. Workshops are more of a support area and overhaul areas to our aircraft components. And GSE and facilities look over our hangars, which we have 3 main hangars that can accommodate up to 15 aircrafts at a time. And it's equivalent to almost 13 football fields. And then we have Qatar Executive, which looks over our executive fleet of bombardiers and Gulf Streams and make sure they're up to the standard of the country and the airline. The next, Dr. So currently we operate a fleet of around almost 300 aircrafts. That's with freighter aircrafts and with our executive fleet as well. And this is also expanding a lot. As everyone knows, we announced a huge order of Boeing aircraft, so these numbers will just keep expanding. All right, next, Dr. Assam, floor is yours.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
This is Assam Safar, continuous improvement engineer. So as I'll continue from my colleague for our overall overview. So now I'll focus on the critical area where we see a strong opportunity for improvement or where our problem lays on. So currently in our heavy maintenance inputs, the exterior aircraft inspection is one of the earliest and most important tasks. So which we call the GVI, General Visual Inspection. The process today relies heavily on traditional manual practices. So by using JC equipments, cherry pickers, docking systems, which leads to, then I will move on to the current problem. But now for what we are expecting from this problem as a solution is to introduce a smart inspection by equipping a camera devices or scanning devices around the hangar doors or anywhere where it can scan the aircraft as it enters. So by doing that, we are looking to improve our efficiency and as well as the accuracy from the inspection, as the manual inspection can cause some human errors. And then also strengthens the safety for our staff, since a lot of equipment are being used to do these visual inspections. And finally, we're looking to lead the innovation in the industry, so to be the first airline to implement this kind of technology. So, Doctor, next slide. So, just to explain the current situation on how our process works. So, the current inspection it starts after each C check. So, as soon as the aircraft enters for maintenance, the engineer or the team will perform a visual inspection, general visual inspection, and then record this into the ADBC, aircraft dent and buckle chart, all done manually and with the location and the size of the dent. And then it will be handed over to the structural engineering or structural engineer, then where he will be analyzing and evaluating this damage. So overall, this workflow is effective, but slow and manually intensive. So, and highly dependent on the, let's say, inspector experience or access to the aircraft. So on the next slide. The current process challenges are, as I said, human error. So there is a lot of individual judgment, let's say. There is always a possibility of findings being missed or interpreted or documented inconsistently. So, which then takes to a longer downtimes. So basically, the typical ADBC takes around 2 days to inspect the whole aircraft. On top of that, as I said, it's labor intensive. So the inspection requires significant physical effort, accessing multiple aircraft zones, climbing stands, and manual capturing. So this not only consumes time, but also increases the safety exposure. So all of these challenges directly affect the turnaround time, which is the TAT, and the quality of findings and the overall efficiency of our heavy maintenance. So this is where we are looking for the smart aircraft inspection real value. And what you are expecting from the proposed workflow on the next slide. So what you are expecting is to introduce a more structured and streamlined process. So as soon as the aircraft enters the hangar, there will be some cameras placed where it can capture the whole aircraft as the aircraft enters, and then the images that has been captured from the camera will be assessed and should have like the measurement and everything and the location, the exact location of the aircraft, and then to be transferred digitally to a system for the engineer to analyze and report these damages. So this structured process will ensure consistency and traceability and faster decision making. So this process will also strengthen the documentation quality and, as I said, enhance the safety and during the initial phase of the inspection or the check. So that's it from my side, Doctor.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Engineer Nasser and Engineer Sam, for presenting your opportunity. And I see it's very clear what are your requirements. I come now to the point where I want to show the how to submit a proposal. I'm displaying here the QR code for our portal or the link, which is innoline.qrdi.org.pa/innovation/P. If you go there, you scroll down, you will find one current challenge, which is the Qatar Airways one. If you click on the photo here, on the picture, then you will get another page where it shows the description of the challenge. You can go through the description, timeline, all the requirements, the success criteria. Now, if you want to apply or to submit your proposal, you click on apply here. It will take you to our partner, our innovation partner, who's 9 Sigma. If you have already an account, you can log in. Otherwise, you will have to make an account under 9 Sigma website. Then once you get in, you will find the different fields where you will address the different questions and fields that are required. So you can go step by step. If you are not finished, you can save and come back to this, to your session later. Here are some tips for the proposal submission. Please fill in all the fields and tick all the relevant boxes. As I mentioned, if you do not have to submit everything in one time. You can put it, inserting part by part and then save and come back later. But at the end, please do not forget to click on the submit button. Otherwise, the proposal will not come to us. I'm here reminding you about the proposal submission deadline, which is December 18, 2025. So now we by this, we just go to the Q&A session and try to address your questions.
Dr. Abdelhaq, if you don't mind,
Yes,
I just
yes,
want
please.
3 to 5 minutes to
Yeah,
summarize
please go ahead.
what my colleagues had said before the question. So in summary, the challenge or what we're looking for is to decrease the manual inspection time in a way that can accurately identify any new defect upon the docking in of the aircraft and identify the type and classification of the defect. So as a plus, I already see someone has asked this question. As a plus, I think everyone knows Qatar Airways prides itself in a 5-star as a 5-star airline. So being in regulation with EASA's recent, I know it's still recent, it's still working, the AI regulation and everything in terms of AA and FAR will be considered as a plus because it does help with a lot of things in the future. And the performance criteria will be things like materials reliability, the integration of the data. So the system that's created can be any type of system that does the job. We're not going to limit you, but the materials have to be included, but not limited to, like aluminium, composites, HSS, fiberglass, carbon fiber. Reliability has to be extremely high of any new dents and buckles with 0.1 millimeter resolution. The system has to be integrated to MRO systems, whether it's AMOS or TRAX or any other system. There has to be a real-time reporting, as my colleague has said, and it has to be customized. So as a trial, if you go into the website, you're going to see that 777 would be the aircraft to test a solution. But it has to be customized per aircraft. That's
All
it.
right.
As a summary, I think it answers some of the questions.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So now I will start reading your questions, and then we'll address them if possible. Otherwise, we'll come back to you by email later. First question, could you please confirm whether the proposal should be submitted for demonstration purposes only, or it should also cover the supply of a system? Additionally, what about the other methods? Engineer Nasser?
I didn't quite get that question. What do you mean other methods?
He said, such as the digital radiography or eddy current.
Sorry, is this in the Q&A part?
Yeah.
You're reading Isa,
Okay,
right?
we will
Isa,
ask him
that
then.
question?
We will ask.
In the demonstration personnel, I should also cover. No, ideally, it should be a full system from end to end, and it would cover both. So ideally, we would run a POC in the beginning, a proof of concept of the idea, and see how it is functioning and working. And then if it can be scaled to all aircrafts, then that would be the end goal.
All right, thank you. If the answer is not what you want, please reformulate your question, Mr. Isa. Next question: are you looking for a ready product, or are you okay with we build a small POC and then improve the product after you approve the POC? Actually, one thing that we don't want is off-the-shelf solutions. So off-the-shelf solutions, we don't want them to be run as a POC. Rest, how ready is the POC? This is in the hand of the technical team. Next question.
Doctor,
Next.
can I just add to your point?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Sarah?
so we are looking for working together to prove the value of the solution you provide. So it could be something we have never seen, no one has ever tried. However, the point we want to make is to show that it's bringing us value more than what currently we're doing and better than any other solution. And that's how it can be said to be a successful proof of value as we move forward, hopefully, to the next stage after awarding and then trialing it. So yeah, that's kind of the main idea.
All right, thank you, Yara. Next question, you mentioned in the open call that there is a need of accuracy of 0.1 millimeter. Does this relate to scratch width as well as a dent, depth deviation, or only, or one of the, or the other? Sorry, or one
So
of
this
the
is,
other.
I think I'm assuming this is what I was saying, and I was saying the requirements, one of the requirements would be looking at the reliability. So the resolution of the dent, since this system is something that looks at the structure of the aircraft as it's docking in, how the POC will be measured is that there's at least 99% of accuracy and reliability of the identification of any new dents and buckles, with the resolution of those dents and buckles being 0.1 millimeter. I hope this answers the question of what I was referring to.
Yeah, I know that. I think just to clarify, to kind of bring it to technical terms. So the 0.1, I don't know what exactly that is, but ideally all the dimensions and the allowable limits will have to be as per the maintenance documents of the OEMs and the manufacturers. So the allowable limits, allowable damage limits, we call them, those all are specified as per which area on the aircraft it is, if it is a dent or if it is a scratch, similarly to the question. So that will all be specific to the manuals, to the repair manuals.
All right. The next question, can we submit more than one concept? Answer is yes. You can submit two different proposals, even if you are the same company. Next question, do you expect an offer from a consortium or your idea to collect different companies around the global new system? It's fine with us to, if you submit as a consortium one idea. However, we need a lead for this idea, for this proposal. If there are like 2-3 companies who want to work together and submit one proposal, what we need is to submit one, to nominate the lead of the proposal who will be working with us, and then he can subcontract the others. Next question. It is mentioned that the camera should be near hangar only, or a separate automated guided vehicle camera installed on them can also be employed to this inspection. So the question is whether the camera should be near hangar only, or it can be on a vehicle.
I think
Go ahead, Nas.
so. I think we're looking at the end of the day, we want whatever can get the job done. When we talk about the hangar, the cameras would ideally be inspecting the top of the aircraft, the crown area, we call it, the top of the wings. But ideally, it wouldn't be able to inspect the bottom part of the aircraft. So that's maybe where something like a guided vehicle could do that. So either it's a hybrid approach or a single approach. I think as long as it gets the job done, we're not really picky on that.
Can I add to what Nas was saying? And also, it could be something that maybe we didn't mention. So it could be something that's not a camera, but actually maybe there's another technology that you're testing out that can be more accurate than a camera. I think we're also open to such solutions. So the floor is open because when we come and talk about innovation, it's all about really seeing and trialing things that aren't in the market.
Yara, we barely hear you. Sorry.
Sorry about that. Okay.
Yeah. You can repeat if you want.
It could be not in the market, and we're fine with that. I hope it's clear now.
No, it was cutting. We didn't hear you.
Maybe I can jump in.
Yeah,
So
please.
what Yara was saying is it could also be not a camera. So it can be something maybe we haven't thought of. It's a technology your company or you've already designed previously that can do the same function at the end of the day or get the job done and have the same results at the end. So I think the whole point of this is also to have it be an innovative discussion and keep the door open also for your creativity and what you also bring to the table and propose to us. So ideally, we are open to any solution that caters to the end goal that we want. So that's basically it in a nutshell.
Thank you. Here is another question in the same sense. It said, can we design and develop a solution using X-ray technology and drones, for example?
Sure. So also keep in mind, drones are already out there in the market. So we're kind of looking beyond drones, you can say. Drones are flying around, moving around, and such. So drones is already there, out there in the market. So we're looking for something newer, more innovative, and yeah.
All right. A question, can we have a copy of the OEM manual? It's a little bit.
Yeah, I
Not
think that will be a tricky area, maybe. Maybe once we have we've selected a certain technology. I mean, the concept should be that it can identify what's within or out of limits at the end of the day. The parameters can be set later on, but the base function or ability to identify should be there. And then we can tailor and cater to the specific areas and the allowances.
Thank you. Same question here about the documents of repair manuals. The next question, is reporting included in the 2-day inspection time? How long after the inspection is the report due?
Assam, maybe you want to...
Maybe I can also. So the 2 days including the reporting. So basically after the measuring the dent and recording, so it will be reported then to the OEM to check whether it's within limits or without limits, out of limits, sorry. So then according to the response of the OEM, the rectification or if there is a rectification to take place. So, but
Right.
basically, the recording it takes within the recording and inspections within the 2 days. Yes.
Thank you, Engineer Assam. Continuing this question, is this looking for visual inspection only, or would it also consider an ultrasonic method where it can also look at damages between the layers? which can be caused from a dent?
So ideally, a general visual inspection, it should be what can be seen within the eye level. So we don't need to go too detailed with using any tools that can go beyond that. So ideally, it should be only general visual inspection.
Next question. Could you clarify how many companies will be awarded to do the POC? Okay, this question is to me. Well, depending on the solution, usually for the 47 awarded project, I think about 90% or 80%, I would say, we awarded one company only, but there are cases where we awarded two projects, either because they are complementing each other, or because they have different technologies, and both technologies are, found to be very interesting for the opportunity owner. So this will be decided later. Next question. Will you eventually select multiple POC idea in different fields, one hardware focused or one software focused, or this depends at the end of the day, or it is better to submit an end-to-end solution for the problem at hand? I leave that to Engineer Nasser, maybe.
Yeah, so I think, of course, it's always better to have the end-to-end solution. But if you're more hardware focused or more software focused, then we can also look at that. I think we're open. We're open to all of that.
Okay. Next question. Is Qatar Airways looking to purchase an application product or partnership?
I believe we're looking to support to develop this technology. Maybe this technology is not already existing, so we want to act as a test bench for your technology and support you in building it in the correct way with us and along with QRDI, and for it to be a partnership. That's our goal at the end of the day.
Thank you. Next question. Is there a desired report template you can share? If you mean the proposal template, it's online on our innovation partner 9 Sigma. So when you fill the fields there, it will come to us as a template, as a file, which is complete. So we don't have, let's say, a document or a Word document or a PDF template. Okay, if there are no more questions, still there are more questions. Is there an inspection report template you can share? No, this I already answered. Sorry. Is there some sort of defect catalog with sample images?
I mean, there's nothing per se as a defect catalog, but it's pretty well known in the aviation industry what scratch or a dent looks like on an aircraft. So I think it's even just something you can even just kind of Google and you'd probably find.
All right. So if there are no more questions, I would like to thank you very much for coming to our webinar. I thank again our partner from Qatar Airways, Engineer Nasser, Engineer Isam, Al-Anoud, and Diara for their presentation and for addressing your questions. And would like to thank you again and wait for your proposals coming in the coming days. Please don't forget that the deadline is December 18. I think there are two more questions. If you can, we can take them. If the technology is available, but the cost involved more than that the budget mentioned, what is the solution? The solution in this case is to scope your POC within the budgets of $100,000. Next question, MRO rules compliance for scanning. Are we restricted by FAR rules for drones?
I'm not really sure what that is, honestly, FAR rules.
So
Yeah, it's not
Nasser
clear.
answered that question previously without needing to answer the FAR rules aspect. So what previously Nasser said is that we're looking for we don't want off-the-shelf solutions. Drones do exist at the moment, so we're looking for more innovative solutions.
Okay, thank you. So again, thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing your proposals. Have a nice day.
I think there's some questions in the chat, and not in the Q&A, but in the chat as well.
I don't think they have access to the chat.
Okay.
I see John O'Brien. Some people are asking questions.
Well, some people this is the first time I know that they can use the chat. Usually they just use the Q&A function.
Okay.
All right, it's okay. No worries.
Okay, sorry. All right, thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.